Hello and welcome to the first to four blitz challenge that we're going to be doing every Monday from now on at 9 p.m. You're very welcome. So this week we're having a few technical issues with my challenger, Mr. Charlie Fry over there. As you can see, that is not a live shot. If it is, he's doing very well to hold that pose. But Mr. Charlie Fry is someone I've known literally all my life. This isn't necessarily going to be all friends, but I thought it was a nice little start for this series to have playing a pal. And so we're going to have 7 games at 5-minute blitz, and the person who comes out on top, person who is first to 4 points, will donate £7 to a charity of their choosing. So, we at the Chess Pit Pod don't just do chess, we do charity. So let's get going, I suppose. Put my pop shield slightly down so you can see my entire face. And then we can go. Okay, so I'm going to get, by the looks of it, 4 whites in our challenge. Okay, now Charlie's always been a Sveshnikov player, and I'm imagining this is going to be no different. I'll try and mix it up as we go through, but yeah, here we go. Here's our famous Sveshnikov. We'll play the knight d5 stuff. Okay. When I said I'd known Charlie all my entire life, I meant it. Our parents were in the same antenatal group, which is pretty cool. And we both became reasonable chess players as well. Okay, let's kick that knight back and then get castled, and then we need to play f4. Fairly soon, I think. Unless he plays f5 straight away. Never sure about which way round these lines should be. Plenty of time here. I'm not gonna go too nuts. Good evening to Kev in the chat. Hope you're doing alright. Okay. You got a bit of Mogwai on tonight. Always a pleasure. If you would like to challenge me in this, please do. You are very welcome. I'm taking on all comers every Monday. Right, the query is here whether we can play c5 immediately. Suspect we can. See, despite knowing Charlie literally my entire life, I think we only lived in the same city for a combined total of... That's not true. We spent the first 12 years in the same town, but then after that Charlie spent a bit of time in Bristol. I spent a lot of time in London, and it's now me who's abandoned him. I've moved out of London, and Charlie is still there, where he is working as a doctor. And he has been putting himself at risk, working in the Nightingale Hospital amongst other places, and he deserves an enormous amount of credit for that. Okay, so we've blown a pawn here, deliberately, so so that we can try to get something going, but not sure I have an enormous amount here. I don't know. This might actually be quite bad. I hope not. Got a bit of a time advantage. Okay, so second pawn disappears. But maybe it's time to yeah, let's bring in some more pieces. Because if bishop e6, we can take on f6 and then take on b4. And that'll get one of the pawns back. Yeah, so instead we'll just have this one, and we're defending the d6 pawn now. We've still got nice bishops, a good knight on d5. Black's a bit cramped on in the centre maybe. I'm not going to claim a definite advantage, but we've got something to chew on here, haven't we? I mean, the knight isn't that good a piece, so I think we're quite happy with them exchanging off their light square bishop for it. I might want to play h3 at some point to avoid any nastiness. The maybe even g3 would be better, because that knight could come into f4 fairly soon, I suppose, or even h4. Okay, well, we can really go for the king with knight takes f6 here. I'm just not sure what it does. G takes. Maybe that's quite safe, and that opens up the g file for Charlie. Maybe knight b6 is the better move. Okay, so he's giving up the exchange. I think we can keep going. What do we want to do? Let's put the. Seems to make sense to put on. Maybe I should have played bishop f7 first. Okay, we're still the exchange up. For a pawn, admittedly. Where do we want our... Probably want to stop knight e2, I guess. And then rook c7 is the threat. Might have to play bishop d8 here, after which I can... Rook d8. Does that work? There's big trouble on the 7th rank now, I think. It's d7? Or do I... Probably want to play this first, don't I? There's no mate threat, so... If I could get rid of one forever, couldn't I? Rook c8. Takes. Yeah, let's pretend this is okay. Alright, so he's blocked the... G3 and then King G2, or King F1, and we're still retaining bishop on E4. Opened up my bishop, which is quite nice for me. I could just play prosaically here, couldn't I? Yeah, this is very sensible, and that should be that. Fairly soon, I really hope so. Let's chuck that up and start bringing our king. Okay, so that's 1-0 to me. There it is. Okay, so we carry on. Hope everyone's doing okay. Tell me how you're doing in the chat. So bishop d3 here gets met by bishop f5, which I line I quite like lately. Because after bishop takes f5 you've got a nice little fork, but h3 will play bishop f5 anyway. And then need to be slightly careful which way I play this. So I can take on d3 and then play e6, or I could play g6. I think I'll play g6. And then if bishop takes, I can, in theory, take with the pawn there, but I think I'd have preferred queen a5. Check and pick up the bishop that way. If you're just joining us, welcome to the first ever First to Four Chess Pit Pod Blitz Charity Challenge match. It's quite a lot of words there. I might have to shorten it, make it a bit less verbose. But the idea here is to just have some fun on a Monday night. Every Monday 9 PM, different challenger, and the winner donates £7 in the best of 7 match to their chosen charity. So here we're just trying to get the f4 square and also pinning that pawn on d4, so we might look to play c5 fairly soon. Not entirely sure why I'm not showing up as streaming on Lee Chess. Sometimes it takes a bit of time, I guess. Okay, do we want to play knight f4 immediately, or do we want to play c5? I think it's fair enough. Queen e4, then maybe to c6. Okay. Just I've just emerged from a disastrous dinner where I made 2 very good pancakes, savoury pancakes, so chicken and mushroom and white wine sauce. Really got a good roux going in there. But then I still had 2 mouths to feed, including my own, and I managed to have not made a sufficient amount of batter, so I was left hungry, as was my very patient fiance. I don't know what to do here. Should we just... I don't really want to take that knight, but also I kind of do. It depends where my knight wants to be. Does my knight want to be on f6 or g7? Yeah, let's just be a bit patient here. I'm not entirely sure I've played this correctly, and I'm not sure what I want to do next. It's a little bit cagey, isn't it? Okay, I think I've just got to try and get rid of that knight, but I would rather swap it for my knight than anything else. I need to keep that queen on the diagonal to stop the bishop coming to a3, I think. That's sensible. start to take some more squares maybe on the queen side. Yeah. A5, A4 might be coming soon, I guess. Unless he's got D5 in hand here, I don't think he does. Bishop C3, Queen B6, C5, Queen A6, A4. I think A4. I'm going to get A4 in either way, I think. Certainly hope so. I think that's one good thing about lockdown, is that I have not rediscovered cooking, because I've enjoyed cooking for a long time, but being able to sort of go a bit nuts with some new recipes has been. You've got to try and take the positives out of these things, and yeah, despite, I mean, tonight the food itself was fine. It was just I just didn't make anywhere near enough of it. At some stage I've got to play C5 here. Let's just do it. I don't know when would have been appropriate, but we'll try this. We've got an intermediate check, and then we can start throwing some shapes. Okay, just take this. Do we win a piece? Might just win a piece. And Charlie has an extra pawn. He's got a massive queenside pawn, so that's unlikely to be. Oh, it is. He resigns. Okay. 2-0. Okay. Right. Let's get on with this. Let's play a different opening. Let's try some bishop b5 stuff instead. Quite like these lines, because you just kind of wait until now he plays a6 here, and you just take on c6, or you've even got the option here of bishop f1. You get a nice centre. They tend to play d5 even, yeah. And then you blockade that bishop on g7, but black can probably play it like a French and play e6 f6 at some point. Knight d7. I mean, obviously I really want to play e6 here. I'm just not sure it actually does anything. Be careful. No, I think we'll just give him a bind. Stop him playing e6 now. Yeah, that was a bit clumsy, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to have to take that now. And then let him hoover off my knight. But we've still got a much better dark square bishop, and maybe a target on c6 to aim at soon. If you're just joining us, this is the First of all, Blitz Challenge. The chess bit pod. My name is Phil Makepeace. I'm playing against my friend Charlie Fry, who is having Skype issues, which is why he's not with us. And we've still retained e6 at some point. And if, yeah, so he's played queen e7 to get out of the way of my knight, my rook. Maybe this is the moment to play e6. I think it might be. Pawn takes, queen g4. You can maybe start to put some pressure on these e-pawns. Okay, that makes sense. Do we just double here? It's going to be quite hard for him to defend the pawn. But I've been wrong before. Ooh, there's some stuff going on here now. Okay, yeah, I've got to take that. Oh, he's doing that, so we get e6 in. Okay, so I've now got quite a weak pawn on. Okay, that's quite clever. Just try to maybe get my bishop into d6. That's not going to happen, is it? Not yet, anyway. Maybe I can get away with b3 fairly soon and kick that knight out. But this game is not going nearly as well as the first one. Yeah, I might have overcooked this, mightn't I? This isn't going well at all. Can I get anything in return for this queen? Or for the bishop? I have to give up the pawn, aren't I? I think that's the best I've got. It's annoying. Okay, right. So we can take on h6 here, but we can't because of rook h5. So f4 is just hanging now. Maybe play g4 first, and then after rook takes f4, play queen takes h6. I think this is probably the way to go. But I'm still in. I think I'm in a significant amount of trouble here. I don't think I'm going to be able to break through. Yeah, this isn't trouble. That might be that. That might be it. What do I do? Panic. This just completely lost. Doesn't feel good, does it? Charlie's time is not the best. I've got most of the access squares covered. Well, I'll take 3 pieces. Oh dear, it's a sad end. Okay, 3-0. Right, what should we do? Should we say something different? Nah, let's play another Caro-Kann. Okay. So we're going to get the same thing again. I didn't excel. Oh, we got bishop d3 instead this time, which I like. And we'll have the bishop. Okay, And now I need to be careful not to trap my own queen. So I think we come out via, I think go g6 instead of e6. And leave that queen happily there, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe not so happily. I'll be very happy to swap queens with this pawn structure. Pretty solid here, aren't we? Plenty of opportunity to play pieces into the open files, particularly the D file. Just going to edit the title of this because I haven't appeared yet on the Lee Chess Streamers page, which is I'm not thrilled about. Okay, let's see if that brings in anyone. I'm not sure what I want to do here because c5 is the move. I guess I play this, but then b4 just looks quite comfy. For white, I'm not sure what I do there. I suppose b4 I can play knight d5, and then I'm looking at f4 as well. Yeah, maybe I should have played this anyway. Okay. Got to play it, haven't we? Got no choice. c5 is always going to be the move that we want to play in the Caracal. We shouldn't disappoint our fans. Okay, so that knight is looking at d6 now. But I think we can actually sack an exchange here because those rooks, the white rooks, are also primed for a what's the best way of doing this? Do I want to play? Yeah, I think we can play this, and then if rook takes d5, I've got c takes b2, or maybe I don't. Maybe I have c2. Or maybe I've just blundered horribly here because, yeah, rook takes d5 just looks quite good, doesn't it? Oh dear. And then maybe it's time to resign. How many pawns have I got? 3 for a rook. It's not enough, is it? But it might be... Oh, you've got two pieces, 2 pawns for a piece. Okay, we can fight. We can fight it. We've got a bit of a time advantage. We can... This is playable. Not what I was looking for, but that's what happens when you horribly miscalculate. Don't want that bishop coming to e5. That would probably end the game very soon. There's an argument here for swapping rooks. And make it like the Fischer-Spassky game, whatever it was, game 2. Let's try it. I'm not sure, but I think I've definitely got chances here. Just need to get my king in quickly. Maybe I don't have chances. Maybe I'm just going to get zugfanged very soon. But we should try. Yeah, that might be that. There's nothing we can do on the queen side, is there? So I bashed the mic stand unceremoniously. Surely this is just lost now. There's nothing here, is there? G4. And make sure that it's white to move here. I think any bishop move that should be enough. Bishop C7. Bishop B8 is probably just as good. There's nothing, is there? That will do. I'll play Charlie. Okay, 3-1. Charlie gets on the board. Let's play something slightly different. Play some boring stuff. Not sure what I have to do to get the get on the lead chess streamers thing. I'm not happy with the lead chess plugin at the moment. Something's obviously wrong. Never mind. Let's stop complaining and start playing. Okay, so I've got plenty of options here. I can play A3, B4, B5. I can try to get in knight E5 and then E4. Yeah, I think this is the... Because while that bishop on C8 has no moves, I think it makes sense to try to restrict it as much as possible. I don't know. Yeah, bring the bishop to B2. So I want to use my queen, but that knight is looking at D4, of course. Well, if you want to give me the bishop pair, I think I might take it. I think I've got a small advantage now. I've got knight A4 to C5 coming potentially. I think knight takes D4, queen takes D4, queen takes A4. Right, so every pawn move that Charlie makes, I'm going to be getting some squares here, I think. Okay. This is all very dull, but it's principled, and I'm sure we'll get some better play soon. Maybe the bishop pair isn't good here, but I feel like I can still get F3, E4 in. pretty much whenever I want. And black can't really play b5 because of knight c5. Might be quite awkward. Rook c7. I don't get that move. So you're going queen c8? Okay. Try and get e4 in now. Gain some space. Maybe even play... You've got knight e4 here? Is that completely ridiculous? I don't think it's completely ridiculous, but it also might be completely ridiculous. I blew an entire piece the last game by with one of my sort of speculative efforts, but I think this makes sense. Bringing my bishop to cover the c2 square, I can play bishop d3 to kick the rook back out. Even bishop b1, queen d3 might be quite strong as well. Yeah, let's kick the rook out of there and then play bishop b1. It's just out of the way, it's looking at the long diagonal, thinking about playing e4. All these things seem quite good. And wherever the knight goes, I can think about... Oh, goes to f5. Weakens a lot of squares. Mainly e6. I might have some stuff here with bishop d3 and bishop a6. Use what my mama gave me. Yeah, and then I think wherever the rook goes, if the rook goes to c7, I think I just have bishop a6 to start really zoning in, and being as awkward as possible. But what next? What's the next step? a4 and then bishop b5. I mean, I feel like I've got control. I think that's the most important thing here. It's very hard for black to do an awful lot. My bishop on b5 is just too good. It defends the pawn on e2. It looks at a lot of squares that the queen might want to use, the knight might want to use. Ah, we've just blundered. Didn't have control at all. But we still have some chances there, don't we? With the bishop pair especially. Maybe this is not so bad. The knight's got to move. And then we can play bishop c5 and shore everything up. But that was careless. That wasn't good. Okay, rook and bishop and a pawn. No, not a pawn. But we can take the c file after with bishop a3, and then maybe we can make some mischief. I think I'll fire this bishop back into d6 if I'm able to. Yep. Got a lot of control here, and this knight is where the knight's going to have to be. Knights and queens are very good together, and they just complement each other very well because they both look at both colours in theory. But I don't fancy being black here. This just looks very scary. Okay, if I got bishop e8 check, and then something. I just can't see a haymaker. Let's try though. We can try. Maybe I'm getting mated now. Doesn't look good, does it? Unless I can escape up here. Which I don't think I can. I've got some desperado things. That run out very quickly. Ugh. 3-2. Well played, Charlie. Yeah, I think I might have had control there, but it was hard to see anything much there. Okay, game 6. Let's play Sicilian. Let's play Charlie at his own game. 2 more games left. It's very well, nicely poised. I took a 3-0 lead, but now we're back to 3-2. F3 immediately. I think this runs into D5, doesn't it? Isn't this the idea? I might be wrong. I haven't been playing the Sicilian for long. Well, I don't really play the Sicilian at all, but I feel like this is the way to play against F3 immediately. Okay, so we've now almost got a Caro-Kann, haven't we? Just this weird pawn on F3. I think this has been one of the more successful openings of the match. Well, nothing's happening. Episode 15 of the podcast will be out this week. Already, I know. We can't believe it either. Episodes 1 to 14 are available on your chosen podcast platform. I'll say that with my teeth in this time. And yeah, we've just had a lot of fun doing it over the last 14 and a half weeks. Started on January the 31st. We got to number 1 in Norway at one point, but that seems to have ended. Nobody loves us in Norway anymore. We're very grateful to our sponsors, Playfair Capital, as well, for ensuring that we stay out of trouble. And they just give us a few quid each week to either have get studio space or some equipment, or to promote what we're doing. The idea of these streams is to promote, but given my streamer profile on Lichess isn't showing up, I think they're having problems tonight. Which is why we've got not many people, but thank you to those of you who are here. It means a lot. I think once we advertise this regular kind of slot on the podcast itself, we might get a few more. Charlie's having a big think here. Hope he's okay. Hello to Jay. Hope you're okay. Right, let's try to actually make something happen here, because I've done almost nothing so far, and it shows. But on the other hand, I am nearly 2 minutes up on the clock. which is always helpful. And I think we're winning that pawn on b3. It's just whether I want to take it or not. I'm not entirely sure I do, because rook a3 might be quite embarrassing. Let's just develop our bishop a bit. Aren't we all, Jay? Aren't we all? Okay, so what do I actually want to do here? Do I want to throw a rook in the... and then queen's going to sit on c6, is it? I can bring the other rook into the game. My queen is also on the diagonal of the king now, which might be quite useful, especially now that the g file is opened up. What do we want? Do we want to just... These positions, I've got a lot of experience with them, but they are a pain. Because you think that your attack on the king's side is quick enough, and then suddenly all these open lines on the queen's side just bite you. Bite you in the arse. And it's not much fun. But on this occasion, I might just about have everything covered. I know, right? Doesn't happen often. Does not happen often. Don't think I'm missing anything nasty here. Maybe that's the nasty. Maybe that's the sting in the tail here. I'm going to lose the H pawn. Whether it matters or not, don't know. Let's just hide the king and then make a decision once they've taken the pawn. Yeah, okay, so how expansive can we afford to be here? Probably not very. I think putting a rook on the 7th might be solid. Got. We can get a pawn back. So what? Queen g7 or rook g1, and then we'll take this guy and then chuck. Can we chuck the a pawn down the board, or is that completely ridiculous? Rook b1's coming. I need to be careful. Ooh. This is all quite dirty. I've just missed that. It's pain. Wow, 3-3. We've got a decider. Charlie has come back from 3-0 down to tie 3-3, and we have a deciding game. Right. Good luck, Mr. Fry. If this is a draw, then I think we both give £7 to charity. We didn't actually decide that. Right, but I would quite like to win. Let's go. Okay, we'll play something a bit more attacking, I think. So we've got another Slav. Okay, let's not take on d5 this time. I got a decent position, but it wasn't very exciting. Okay, so the idea here is just to kind of sit and wait for black to do something that is not necessarily correct. You've always got a4 if they take on c4. Maybe I play c5 here, maybe this is the way. But then... No, let's just play b3. Okay, so that there are some weaknesses now on the c file, so I think we might be able to start using them. And use and abuse them here. Bishop b7, bishop a3. So this d6 is weak, c7 is weak. And we can play the knight into b5 again, maybe. If a6, then b6 becomes a bit loose. I guess. I think we just got some long-term stuff, maybe. Maybe I'm being optimistic. It's a weird square for the knight. Maybe I've just misplayed this entirely. But if the knight has to take this now, then can't be doing too badly, can we? If knight hops back to f6, then I might... I'm not sure what I have actually. Maybe I have knight c4, because to take advantage of the pin on d5. Okay, so yeah, I've got a bit more space now around in the centre. And I think just take the c file. Do we want to just... I think we've got time to just roll our king round to e1 to d2 here. This is going to be a tight finish to what's been a tight match after I went 3-0 up. Just needing one more win for the W. That bishop's actually in the way of his own pawns there on a6. There's no good way to get his knight in the game, I don't think. Not that my bishop on g2 is doing much more. Yeah, okay, so if b5 then b4 and just gain some space. Maybe even a6. Well, okay, if he's gonna okay, we'll just keep taking some squares. My king's in the right spot. Okay, it's cut off by the rook at the moment, but the point is it's controlling 3 of the rook's access squares. Just can't use them. And we've got control of the 5th rank as well, which might be helpful. At some point. My knight is trash. Where do I want my knight? C5. Okay, let's get it there. Incidentally, Charlie has said that if he wins, he would like to donate to the Alzheimer's Society. If I win this, I will be donating to Cardiac Risk in the Young. Both of them great charities. And I'll need to talk to him if we draw. I suspect we'll just both donate. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't. So I've got a lot of space, but whether it means anything, I just don't know. I don't know whether it's actually I've got any advantage here. I'm going to assume that my king being more advanced means that I can do well in this pawn ending, or at the very least hold it. Wow, okay, so we've ruined this. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Okay, we'll go for this. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And it'll be a famous victory for our friend Charlie. If he manages to have pulled off the great escape. And I just lost. Maybe this is lost. Yeah, that'll do it. Well played, Charlie. Back from 4-3. 3-0 down to come back and win it 4-3, and £7 is going to go to the Alzheimer's Society. Well done to Charlie. That's pretty spectacular. Well played, sir. And we'll have another of these next week. If you wish to be the challenger, then please just get in touch, because we're always looking to fill this slot Monday every Monday at 9 PM, unless advertised differently. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and the Alzheimer's Society are £7 better off tonight, thanks to Mr. Charlie Fry. The episode 15 will be out on Thursday, and yeah, thank you for watching.